Well, I've had two Canadian whiskeys bottled at 40% alcohol by volume so far tonight. Now it's just after midnight. Actually, it's almost 12:24. It is 12:24. What I've had was a Danfield's 10-year-old Canadian whiskey. And I've also had a Canadian Club 12-year-old small batch classic 12. Now, you might be wondering what this is right here. Well, first of all, I'm going to tilt this down so that you can share in the experience of opening this puppy. I got to move a couple things out of the way here to tilt this down the way I'd like. Okay. Well, this will have to do. Okay. First of all, there's a bunch of dust. This thing has been sitting on top of one of my loudspeakers for, well, since June. And it is now March. It's the beginning of March right now, but you will see this video towards the end of March because it's pre-recorded. Okay. So now, this here is in a box. And in order to get this out of the box, we have to slide the box, this off. Okay, we've slid that off. That is the cardboard thing. This is an event. Opening this is an event. Look at this thing here. And look at this thing here. This is the Crown Royal XR. Now I'm going to tell you a little story about this stuff. Back when I was a kid, we used to go from Montreal down to the South Shore to visit some friends of ours who had a place on the border between Quebec and New York State. Just outside a little town called Hemingford, where they have a lot of apple orchards. But I digress. Every time we would leave the island of Montreal, we would be going for the Mercier Bridge. And the highway approach to the Mercier Bridge goes parallel to La Fleur Boulevard in Ville-la-Salle. Now, in Ville-la-Salle, there was the Seagram Distillery, and they'd always have some mash fermenting. They'd always have something fermenting, and you could smell it in the air. When you'd take the highway and just approach the Mercier Bridge, if I smell fermenting wort, it always reminds me of the Mercier Bridge, or if I see the Mercier Bridge, it reminds me of fermenting wort. Anyways, the Seagram Distillery is still in operation. I was looking at some Google Maps recently, and it said Diageo Canada. So they're still producing something there for Diageo. I don't know exactly what, but they are producing stuff for Diageo. Maybe Canadian whiskey that's going down stateside or all over the world. This is Crown Royal. Now, Crown Royal used to be a Seagram's brand, and when Seagram's broke up due to poor financial management and ill-advised investments and so on, the Seagram's empire kind of broke up. They have a big distillery complex in Gimli, Manitoba that's now called Crown Royal. The distillery where this was produced in Ville-la-Salle on La Fleur Boulevard was also a part of it. What is now MGP in Indiana, that used to be part of the Seagram's empire as well. But now it's MGP. This right here The XR Crown Royal is the last of the distillate that was produced at the Ville La Salle Boulevard Lafleur plant while it was still Seagram's. So, how do we open this guy? It's got to be okay. I think it goes like this. Oh, look at that! It comes off just like that, and there is the purple bag. The purple baggie. It's got a crown on it. Look at it's got a crown on it right there. And here is the bottle. Oh, and there's even silk in the base. I mean, this is fancy. This is the final iteration of Crown Royal that was produced right outside of Montreal. Look at that multifaceted bottle with XR on it. It's extra rare, 40% alcohol by volume. Exquisitely blended with a rare batch of La Salle Canadian whiskey. There you go. Right. Rare stuff. It says some things on the back. Actually, it says some things on the box. Let me get this over here. What does it say? Oh, it's hard to read because it's gold lettering. Oh, it's upside down. No wonder I can't read it. Okay. To the proud owner of Crown Royal XR, it takes passion and perseverance to create the finest whiskey ever made. I proudly introduce the newest Crown Royal XR, pinnacle of Crown Royal craftsmanship. The name stands for extra rare, representing what makes this product so special. Crown Royal XR is an exquisite blend crafted with a small reserve of the final batch of whiskeys that were saved from the renowned La Salle distillery before it closed. Located on the island of Montreal, La Salle distillery produced whiskeys with a unique richness attributed to the fine water surrounding the island. The resulting taste is full-bodied and exceptionally smooth. You have my gratitude for giving me the opportunity to blend this special whiskey. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Andrew McKay. Master Whiskey Blender, Crown Royal XR. It says the same thing in French on the bottom. And here it says, handcrafted with the final batch of rare whiskeys from the La Salle distillery. Crown Royal XR, extra rare. Okay, that's what it says there. And what does it say on here? Well, let's pour a dram first before I read what's on the... There's got to be some kind of... Oh, there's a plastic seal. Yeah, okay. There's a plastic seal around this decanter style cork. Oh, come on. You want me to struggle, don't you? Yeah, this is an event opening something like this. All right. Maybe I can tilt this back up the way it was. That's about right. Okay, now we're back to our usual frame of reference. I have here a 2018 Victoria Whisky Festival glass because I purchased this in 2018, and the 2018 glass. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. What is the trick here? It doesn't. Oh, okay. Wow. It is some kind of a plasticized fake cork. All right. Let's pour a dram of this. Here's a good quick-sized dram. What a bottle. What a decanter. Goes right in there. Now it says here on the bottle, our rarest blend, made with the final batch of whiskeys from the renowned LaSalle distillery, founded in 1924. Return for a refund where applicable. Crown Royal Consumer Care Net. Oh, there's even a phone number here. Drink responsibly. Crown Royal Distilling Company, Toronto, Ontario. This is from LaSalle. Okay. All right. I had to get this just because it's from that distillery. But it says now that, at least on Google Maps, that it is Diageo. Oh, that is rich. Mmm. This is mellow. It's like all of the flavors, or all of which I'm getting on the nose, is blended together in such a way that it's hard to pick apart. There's some rye, there's some sweetness, yes. There's some vanilla, yes. There is some marshmallows. I think this may need to open up some. There is no age statement on it, so it doesn't say how old it is. It's just really special. And opening the package is the event. It's light. I think it's light. I'm not getting anything standing out. I'm getting a little bit of dandelion. Dandelion. A little bit of floral. But nothing is standing out. Nothing's standing out at all. I hope I didn't make a huge colossal mistake with this one, because it cost me $169.99, so $170, 10-cent container deposit, $17 liquor tax, $8.50 goods and services tax. So $25 in taxes. I've had bottles that cost less than the taxes on this. You know what I'm getting now? This takes me right back to my childhood. When I had a bellyache, my mother would always make me some chamomile tea to soothe and settle down my bellyache. This smells a lot like the chamomile tea I had when I was a kid. Who'd have thunk, or who would have thought that I would be smelling chamomile tea in this Crown Royal Extra Rare? That's what I'm getting. What do I get on the palate? Wait, let's have a bit of water. Chamomile tea. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is special. This is so smooth and subtle. I'm getting complex fruitiness, the like of which you don't usually get with a Canadian whiskey. Canadian whiskey typically doesn't taste like this. You'll get some rye, you'll get some butterscotch, you'll get some vanilla, you'll get some corn sweetness, but this, oh, this is all, oh, there was a burst of fruit in there. I wonder if I can get that again. And what fruits? Maraschino cherries, pineapples, mangoes. But it's subtle, very subtle. Now I'm getting chocolate on the nose. I'm getting milk chocolate on the nose. I never would have expected this from the Crown Royal. Milk chocolate. Hint of fruitiness. Hint of butterscotch. There's a complexity here where there are so many different scents on the nose. Now I'm getting chocolate fudge. Chocolate and sweetness and maraschino cherries and a little bit of a malty note too, but only a little bit. And a lot of the things that I smell are here, and they're subtle too. They're here for a short time and then they're gone. And then they come back later on to taunt you and then go away. Now I'm getting Werther's Original Caramel, but it's subtle. And another sniff gives me corn sweetness. And another sniff gives me chamomile tea. Wow. Chamomile tea. Caramel. What am I getting now? Marshmallows. Oh. Every sniff gives me something else. Ovaltine. Wow. Wow. What is this? Vanilla. And the scents are so close together. Every little sniff gives me something different. This is amazing. And it's only at 40%. What have we got for legs? It's not terribly viscous. Some of them hang on and then they drop right down. Oh. It is just as complex. Maraschino cherry, corn sweetness, mangoes, papayas, and then it's dry. Then it's dry, and those exotic fruits just linger on and linger on, and they fade. They're still there, and they're very subtle, and they fade and fade and fade and fade to a dryness, just a dryness. And that's it. Wow. I don't believe that adding any water will do anything to this. This is an experience, but it's a subtlety. It's like Japanese whiskey. It is subtle. Nothing stands out. But it hits you gently. Very gently. Mm. Oh. Subtle. Oh. There's that maraschino again. And tropical fruits. Mm. Wow. This is a different experience. If you're expecting something to stand out and swat you over the head, something to give you a good slap, this is not going to give you a good slap. This is very gentle. You have to take your time with it. And it gives you layer upon layer upon layer of Canadian whiskey flavor. Let's try a bit of water. Although I don't believe that a bit of water will do it much good. Oh. Well, maybe I lied. I'm getting more on the nose now. Corn sweetness. Lots of corn sweetness that wasn't there before. Sugar maple. Dandelion. Chamomile tea. I think the nose is more open now that I've added just a little bit of water. Chocolate. Vanilla. Vanilla. Oh man. Marzipan. Milk chocolate again. This is delightful. This truly is delightful. Is it worth the $200? Because the grand total out the door was $195.59. It's one that you got to sit back and take your time with, because it will give you different custard. It will give you a lot of different experiences as you go and take your time with it. Wow. Yeah, this is very special. Very enjoyable just sitting here and nosing on it. Floralness, custard, vanilla. Vanilla jello pudding. Flowers. Floral. Oh. I could go on for another half hour, but wouldn't that bore you just a little bit? Man, this is special. And yet it's light. It's all about subtlety and trying to pick out the flavors when there are so many flavors involved. Oh, let me drink to your very good health. Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.